Welcome back to my channel, you guys. This is Living Intently, where we talk about all things personal growth and we live with intention, because that's really the only way we move forward in life. So, I am a certified life coach, and if you are new here before, that doesn't make sense. If you are new here, I am a certified life coach, and I typically work with women specifically because I have a really big passion for women and being the voice that gets to pour into them, speak life over them, and also give them guidance to really see their own worth and feel confident in their own decision making and really just live a life that feels good as a female. So there's lots of things that go into that. But today I wanted to share something I actually learned about years ago when I started going to therapy. And it's stuck with me because it's really, really good. It's the 5 Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. Essentially, this is how to live a good life. So, number 1, he says, be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. But that also means you have to think with integrity. That means you have to speak life over yourself because there is life and death in the power of the tongue. But which one are we going to use? This is actually foundational in coaching because we work on your inner voice, your self-talk, and the way that you perceive yourself in the world. For many people, there's been years of self-sabotage that's been holding them back. And it's literally because of their inner dialogue. It's the way that they speak. Being impeccable with your word and speaking well and highly is incredibly valuable because whatever happens on the inside is what comes out. The Bible actually says, out of the heart, the mouth speaks, right? The second part to that is whatever we speak and whatever is within us becomes our external reality. It just is that way. You basically want to speak well. You want to speak with hope and with integrity and with expectation. And yes, things are going to go bad at some point, and that's fine, okay? But we're not constantly walking around every corner going, oh no, something's going to happen, right? No, we're going, I feel really good. This is going to be a great opportunity if it works out. I trust that at the right time, this and this and this will happen. That way we can walk with expectation, not with defeat before anything's even happened. Number 2, this one's really hard for a lot of people. It's don't take things personally. So in other words, nothing that anybody else does is because of you and because of me. What is happening is really just a projection of their own reality. So when somebody gets mad at you, it's not necessarily that you did something to cause that. They might just be having a really bad day and their fuse is short and they're just not on their A game. This actually helps a lot when you can integrate this concept into your daily life because there's so many things that people get offended at all of the time. But if we just don't take things personally and we choose to let it roll, not to say that things are not issues, right? Of course, people need to be held accountable and responsible when they're not treating you well. But in general, to not live so sensitively that we take everything personally. It's very helpful and healthy to have just a little bit of a glass layer where things can just roll down. Because if everything falls and bombards and soaks us up, that's a lot of weight to carry everywhere we go. This really helps support the concept of being able to emotionally regulate. And it makes a big difference once you've been able to experience that and you go, oh, okay, that person might be a jerk, but it's okay. They're probably having a bad day. Stupid, you know? Number 3, don't make assumptions. My word, don't we all do this, eh? In other words, if there is something that's said and you go, oh, did they mean it like that? No. If you feel like something was said weirdly or with an attitude or with some salt or some suspiciousness or something, just ask. You don't have to assume that you know what somebody else is thinking. And quite frankly, that's actually a cognitive distortion that a lot of people carry, where we live as though we know what somebody else is thinking, intending, or meaning by something they said or they did. Just a casual example is when we message our friend and they don't respond for 5 hours and we're like, did we say something? Did we do something wrong? That is a very classic example of where that comes in, and it causes a lot of unrest within us, which really could be avoided if we just asked instead of assumed. We don't need to be writing negative stories in our minds that just overwhelm us, hurt us, frustrate us, when we really don't even know what the real story was because we didn't ask. We just assumed. So number 4, I really like this one because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I am a recovering perfectionist. I can now be a perfectionist in a healthy way. If that's even possible. Essentially, we strive to always do our best. And it's okay that our best fluctuates based on the season, based on our cycles as females, based on life itself and the things that we get hit by. It's this concept of it's okay to have grace with yourself. Yes, we have high goals, and trust me, I got some big goals. Actually, when I was younger, my biggest goal was to study abroad and have my school paid for, and that was totally a God thing. But like, that's a big goal, especially when you come from a country where scholarships, if they have any, it's like a handful across the country. Something crazy like that, okay? Don't quote me on that, but I'm explaining the concept. And so that was a really big goal I had, and it's actually insane to think that you would leave a country for a new continent at the age of 17. We always have big goals and we strive. But if something's going on in life and we're a little defeated or beat down, it's okay if we're not being able to pull everything we can that we would when we're on our A game. Life happens. It's okay. Just know that in every moment, the goal is just to try to do your best, no matter the season, no matter whatever, and your best will fluctuate, and that's okay. And then number 5. So this one is interesting because originally this author only had the 4 agreements, and then a few years later he actually updated it and he added a 5th one. The 5th one is be skeptical but learn to listen. Essentially what he's saying is question everything, including your own beliefs. Because sometimes we believe something, but it's only because our parents taught us a certain way, and then when you're really faced with a challenge, you go, oh wait, what do I believe? And that spans across so many factors in life. Essentially, question everything. Don't just take it because somebody told you it was so. And then stay open and also curious and remain discerning about the things that you were told and the things that are shared with you. Because this is really where we get to the self-discovery portion, if you were to compare it to coaching. It's where clients begin to notice stories that they've been living with and beliefs that they've been living with for all their lives, and it hasn't gotten them very far, but they've also never stopped to notice it, to question it. Sometimes they're just beliefs that don't serve you very well. For example, if you come from a family that really struggled with money, and now you take those same beliefs of, oh no, there's not enough, and we don't have, and we won't have, and we have to be like frugal, not regal. Wait, is that a word that's relevant? I don't know. You guys tell me. But yeah, and so essentially now let's just say you come from a childhood like that, but now you've graduated, by the grace of God, learned like good money management skills up until this point, and you're continuing to use them, and you have the money, but you still think that you don't have. You still worry that, yeah, I have the money now, but what if it goes away? Old beliefs like that wouldn't serve you because, number one, if you want to just pause and talk about money a little bit, money flows. Okay, we need to have an open hand for it. The more open of a hand you have, the more will flow. And it's not about like getting and keeping and never doing anything with it and just shoving it in a hole. No, it's okay. Yes, it's wise to save, make sure that you are being wise with the way you're using it, drop some in some investments as well. But we don't have to feel like because we never had, that when we do have, it's going to be gone. Basically, it's to just find what's actually true for you in a new season. Those are the 5 agreements. I hope that one of them at least stuck with you guys, because it's a really good book. And if you ever get to listen to it, I actually think that there is a YouTube version where you could just listen to the audiobook. Anyway, that was our video for today. Please like and subscribe, and let me know which one stood out to you. I'm curious. Have a good day. Bye.